These fears may be justified. Lecturer with the Earth Science Department at the University of Ghana, Dr. Prince Ofori Amponsah, believes recent recurring earth tremors is indicative of a looming earthquake.
Our last major earthquake, which was over 5.0, happened in 1939. And before there is any earthquake, we have what we call foreshocks. And these foreshocks are what we term as the earth tremors that we are seeing. And now that you are seeing earth tremors coming more and more, it means that we have to brace ourselves for a bigger event. And that event is an earthquake which is sitting there, which would happen one way or the other. Also, nobody can really predict an earthquake. It is not predictable, but there's one thing that it does. It always gives you precursors that it is going to happen. And that precursor is you having continuous earth tremors or continuous seismic activities or shaking of the earth. And it gets to a point in time, it would release vast amount of energy.
Dr. Prince Ofori Amponsah wants local assemblies to strictly enforce building codes to guard against major calamities in the event of an earthquake.
For every building that you are going to build here in this country, there should be a building code. And we should ensure that our buildings are according to the building standards. And every building standard or every building code have these seismological parameters in it. And before you build any building, if you do your site investigations right, you would have to do seismological as well as hydrogeological effect, knowing what your soils are. All of these things cumulatively come together to help you build or help you calculate the amount of load that you can put there on that ground, which would be safe should there be an earthquake. And in terms of retrofitting, that one becomes a more larger national stuff, whereby national laws must come in to enforce people that, look, if this is the building code that we have, your buildings must be against it. And if your building is not in accordance to that building code, then the country must come for you to ensure that we all comply.